Hey, what's up guys? Gons here with this week's word of encouragement. It comes from 2 Corinthians 10, verses 3 through 5. Here's what it says. For though we walk in the flesh, we are not waging war according to the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not of the flesh, but have divine power to destroy strongholds. We destroy arguments and every lofty opinion raised against the knowledge of God, and take every thought captive to obey Christ. I thought this was a really important passage to look at this weekend because of the recent events in Paris and some of the comments about religion that have come out from that. The reality is we're in a spiritual war. Ephesians 6:12 talks about that, and this passage here, Paul reinforces this idea. We are all flesh and blood human beings, and we share the struggles of being in the flesh. All Christians do, all humans do, but Paul makes it very clear that we don't war according to the flesh, because our weapons of warfare are not carnal. You know, if you think about it, Jesus relied on spiritual weapons when he fought for our salvation. The mere fact that God would become a man, taking on the form of a bond servant, and humbled himself and became obedient to the point of death on the cross. That's a spiritual victory that conquers sin, that conquers death, which is not only carnal, but also spiritual. There is a spiritual death that is a part of this. For the weapons of our warfare are not of the flesh, but have divine power to destroy strongholds. We destroy arguments and every lofty opinion raised against the knowledge of God, and take every thought captive to obey Christ. The world makes fun or just dismisses the spiritual weapons, but the demons fear the powers of God that we possess. When we fight with truth, righteousness, evangelism, faith, salvation, the word of God, and prayer, no principality or power can stand against us. And so we can pull down strongholds. We can destroy arguments, which is in the mind, and even the lofty opinion raised against the knowledge of God, not only in ourselves, but within others as well by the way we live. But our job is to take every thought captive to obey Christ. And that's the spiritual battle that we have within. So my encouragement to you this week is to pick up your weapons. While we walk in the flesh, engage in the spiritual war that is happening with our spirits, within ourselves, first and foremost, but also with the world, which is pressing on you, where the natural is in conflict with the supernatural. But take every thought captive to obey Christ, because Christ was the ultimate victor. So keep that in mind as you continue to grow in your faith this week. Obey Christ, stay in his truth, in his wisdom, in his knowledge, and no power or principality will have its effect on us. In fact, we will tear down its strongholds. Have an awesome week, guys.